Good evening and welcome. I'm Rick Davis, Managing Shareholder for Elliott Davis, and we are proud to sponsor the 2013 Charitable Giving Awards. On behalf of our entire team throughout the Southeast, I am pleased to join the Community Foundation of Greenville, the Greenville Journal, and Town Magazine in recognizing the companies, individuals, and organizations being honored tonight. Our culture at Elliott Davis encompasses being a good neighbor and corporate citizen. The ideals of volunteerism and giving back, combined with generosity of our time and talents, echoes throughout our business philosophy. This year's award recipients have made an impact through their goodwill and dedicated service to our community. In these special times, it is truly a pleasure to honor those that demonstrate leadership through giving.
Good evening. I'm Harriet Goldsmith, Chair of the Board of Directors of the Community Foundation of Greenville. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2013 Charitable Giving Awards presented by Elliott Davis. The Community Foundation is honored to join the Greenville Journal and Town Magazine in recognizing our award sponsors: Duke Energy, Greenville Health System, Wells Fargo, Greenville Technical College, Town Magazine, and the Board of Directors of the Community Foundation. We also thank our event sponsors, Argent Trust, Northwestern Mutual, and the Brian Spryzaks Consulting Group, who have made this event possible. At the Community Foundation, our goal is to improve the quality of life in Greenville County by linking philanthropic leadership, charitable resources, and civic involvement with needs and opportunities in our community. Tonight is our annual celebration of those companies, individuals, and organizations that best epitomize the tradition of giving back to our community. Those being honored tonight demonstrate leadership in all areas of philanthropy. We congratulate each of you for receiving these awards and thank you for your charitable contributions to our community.
Hi, I'm Brian Rogers, Greenville Market President of Wells Fargo Bank, proud sponsors of the Benevolent Spirit Award.
And I'm Todd Ripley, Senior Investment Manager for the Wells Fargo Private Bank.
At Wells Fargo, we are proud to support individuals that strengthen our community. Through the efforts of our enthusiastic team member volunteers and our contributions, we share our success by giving back to nonprofits and educational institutions that address the vital needs in our community. We are grateful to this year's recipients of the Benevolent Spirit Award because they too share this passion of giving back.
The Benevolent Spirit Award was created to honor an individual or individuals who have generously given time and incredible support to an organization. This year's recipients co-chaired the private funds segment of the Peace Center expansion campaign. For their unending efforts in raising the necessary funds to enhance our beloved Performing Arts Center, we are proud to introduce the 2013 Benevolent Spirit Award winners, Mr. Rick Pennell and Mr. Rick Timmons.
If there's a shining star in this community or in the arts community, it's the Peace Center. This is an art-rich community, and I think that it's contagious. And from a quality of life perspective, arts provides a very significant role.
You could see from the initial renderings that, wow, this is going to be something special. I think everybody could see the potential that this campus had, and it was brought out in those renderings. And I think, you look around and the final product exceeded most everybody's expectations. It's just a There's no venue like it in the Southeast.
If you look at the public spaces after the project has been completed, that's really is significant. I mean, if you go and look at the plaza, the venue in the back, we increased the capacity by 50% because we set it up in the amphitheater style. And it's really neat to see lots of people out there enjoying themselves.
They're great guys that have very entrepreneurial spirit about them and just very open-minded. We had great structure to the campaign, and we kind of laid that out, put that in place, and they followed it so beautifully. Both of them have been a part of Greenville for so long, so they have so many people that respect them, and they have so many family and members and friends that wanted to support them in addition to this great project.
If you want to be a part of the community and where you live and grow and work, it's very fulfilling to help make that community and a better place for people to live.
This was an opportunity to give back and be a part of something big, and I think the Peace Center has been such a big part of downtown for so long, and just to put the enhancements of the campus and the expansion just was really wonderful, and it's just a way to give back to downtown.
The fact that it was a successful campaign was not so much from Rick and Rick, but it was from what the Peace Center means to people and how important it has been to this community, and how people really felt it was really more of an obligation to continue to help the Peace Center continue to mean what it has meant to this community and to be even a more important part of it.
Good evening. I'm Keith Miller, President of Greenville Technical College. The Community Spirit Award is given to an outstanding local nonprofit organization that serves the community, not only through its vital programs, but also through its exceptional efforts to communicate and partner with other nonprofits. This year's recipient has been a partner with Greenville Technical College since its conception in 1987, when it was housed on Greenville Tech's campus and helped Greenville County's two-year college graduates pursue a four-year or graduate degree. This organization has grown to include 7 different colleges and universities. It has helped to expand the higher education offerings to the residents of Greenville County by facilitating partnerships with the Greenville County School System, Greenville Technical College, area universities, and the private sector. We are proud to present this year's Community Spirit Award to the University Center.
Several years ago, a number of Greenville leaders got together to determine how to help students who were typically challenged in the education area and honestly would usually rarely graduate from high school, much less go to college. And the early college began to be architected. The United Way came together, the Community Foundation of Greenville, the University Center, and several of our member institutions such as Clemson University and USC Upstate. And they put the program together with the objective of having these students finish high school in a productive environment and then go on to college and graduate college, substantially improving their economic outlook on life, their family situation, per capita income for our area. But you also prevent the alternative, and that is that if these students do not graduate high school, they can oftentimes, one, have challenged lives, but then they also can require a lot of social service type support. So you're helping the community in 2 ways. You're increasing families and family incomes, but you're also reducing the number of families that are going to require various types of support resources if they don't graduate high school and don't go on to higher education. So education penetrates all of these aspects of our society. In the early college, partnering with the University Center of Greenville with bachelor's and master's and even doctoral education really will help our community for years and years to come.
The University Center has been great. They've welcomed us with open arms, really made us feel a part. They've helped us in terms of safety, student safety. Classroom space has been phenomenal. They've just been a great partner in developing this and really allowing us to get off the ground and allowing us to feel as comfortable as possible, which has really made this transition seamless and has made our students feel at home as well.
The early college is benefiting people who typically would not have the benefit of the kind of focused education similar to the way the University Center is doing for the community at large. So to get a collaboration award for your primary reason of existence, and that is collaboration through consortium leadership, is prestigious, welcomed, and we're very proud of it and very thankful for it.
I am Bob Morris, President of the Community Foundation of Greenville, and it is my pleasure to tell you about Jo Hackle, this year's recipient of the Ruth Nicholson Award. Jo began her volunteer service with the Community Foundation in 1999 as a member of the Grants Review Committee and joined the Board of Directors in 2006. She chaired the Strategic Planning Committee, which helped the board establish a goal of growing our assets to $50 million, which we reached a year ahead of schedule. Jo was a charter member and early advocate for Greenville Women Giving. After 2 terms of serving as board chair, Jo led the Arts Initiative, which partnered with Clemson University to establish a satellite campus at the village of West Greenville. While the Ruth Nicholson Award is based on a volunteer service to the Community Foundation, Jo contributes to our community in many different roles. She has served as chair of the Greenville Area Development Corporation, board chair of Emrys, co-chair of the Liberty Fellowship Economic Development Task Force, board member of Camperdown Academy, and many other worthwhile civic and charitable enterprises. In addition, Jo is a securities attorney with the Weiss Law Firm, a mother of 3 children, and a volunteer taster for the Augusta Grill. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Community Foundation of Greenville, I congratulate my friend, Jo Hackle, for this well-deserved recognition.
When my husband and I were looking for a city after I graduated from law school to settle down in and begin a family, one of the things that attracted us to Greenville is its generous spirit of public-private cooperation and its can-do attitude. And so when I was looking at places to get involved with, the Community Foundation was top of the list. Its motto is bridging philanthropy with purpose, and it does that. Since it was founded in 1956, some of the projects that it can point to are some of those the projects that people most identify with Greenville. Falls Park, Conisty Park, the Kroc Center, and coming soon the Center for the Visual Arts in the West End Village. And as we look to the future, I am confident that the projects that the Community Foundation is investing in today will be projects that our children and our grandchildren will look to as something that our city and our community can be very, very proud of.
Jo's very involved in the community. She gives a lot to the community. Jo could easily go into her law firm at White, shut the door and work all day because she has a great client base and she has very well respected in the legal community, but fortunately for us, she does not do that. She gives of her time. She's very generous to this community, and that's evident with all the involvement she's had over the years throughout the time that she's been here in Greenville.
One of my most rewarding moments isn't so much a moment as a process, but being involved in the strategic planning process of the Community Foundation was terrific because it gave me a chance to gather with other community leaders and step back and think, where do we want Greenville to be? And what's the best role that the Community Foundation can play in making that vision a reality? And then implementing that strategic plan has been enormously gratifying to see all the work planning really come to fruition and sit seed and grow in the community.
She's a good friend. She's a great mother. She loves her family. She loves her community. She gardens. She does. Jo is just one of those people that can make it all come together. She's calm and compassionate and just brings a great perspective to everything she works with.
If you get involved in the community, not only do you make measurable improvements in making the community a better place, but I think it changes you because it makes you see what you can do working with others. And there's enormous satisfaction in looking around at some small thing in Greenville and know that you had a part in that and that future generations will benefit and hopefully be inspired to do great things, even more to make Greenville even stronger.
I'm Mike Wilson, Greenville District Manager at Duke Energy. We make life better for millions of people every day by providing electric service in a sustainable way that is affordable, reliable, and clean. The Philanthropic Spirit Award honors a business that fosters charitable giving through employee incentive programs and is dedicated to giving back to the upstate in a significant manner. This year's recipient provides generous corporate support to many causes and encourages employee engagement in charitable activities, leading the way last year with $1.7 million in combined corporate and employee contributions to the United Way campaign. We are pleased to present the 2013 Philanthropic Spirit Award to Floor.
I think it's very incumbent for the corporations to not just come and live in a community and employ all its people and not give back, or in the areas and the communities in which we build our facilities. Most of our facilities and projects that we build aren't in Greenville, South Carolina, they're out around the world. So it's important we do a lot in those regions and those communities as well. But it's important to make an impact, to leave a legacy behind that helps in a sustainability, either in sustainability or in the community from a charitable giving way. Our employees take a lot of pride and ownership in what Floor does for the community. Even though it's a lot Floor, it's also predominantly our employees that are, again, giving their service, their hours, and their own contributions. One of the big efforts that we do every year is our home build. And we've done, I think, 17 home builds over the last 16 years between Homes of Hope and Habitat for Humanity. Across the 12 months of the year, we have something going at all the times. Our government group is very proactive in taking on initiatives that are military focused. We've had Wounded Warriors initiatives, also home builds. We ran a campaign whereby individual employees put forth applications or nominations for their own pet charities in their own communities around the world. Employees voted on the top candidates. And it was quite fascinating to see the range of needs in places around the world where our offices exist.
Floor Corporation is a great company, and the employees of Floor are great people. And that's really for several reasons. One is that they give very generously, and just as an example, annually Floor and its employees contribute more than $1.5 million to the annual United Way campaign. But they're also a great company and amazing people because they are so engaged in the community. Everywhere there's good going on, you'll find Floor. We sincerely appreciate the opportunity to be acknowledged in this way. It's truly an honor on behalf of the Floor Foundation, as well as the Greenville office and our management and our employees here. We're very proud to accept this honor.
Good evening. I'm Mike Reardon, President and Chief Executive Officer of Greenville Health System. We are pleased to sponsor the newest Charitable Giving Award, the 2013 Healthcare Transformation Award. GHS has been committed to supporting the health of our community for over 100 years, and our vision to transform healthcare for the benefit of the people and communities we serve is reflected beautifully in the core intention of this prestigious award. It honors an outstanding individual who actively and compassionately works to transform the health of our community through contributions of the time, talent, and treasure. It's my great pleasure to present this year's award to Mr. Jerry Dempsey.
I always like to go on a board where I think I can make a contribution, but also where I can learn something. And I can say from my 5 years on the Greenville Health System Board, I have learned a lot. I've been very impressed with the system and with the doctors and so forth. And during that time, we've seen a great transformation in healthcare, which is continuing today and which is also going to continue in the future.
He has a really big picture perspective on the changes that are happening in healthcare, the changes that are coming in healthcare, and comes at it very much from the business side of the world. And so he's been incredibly influential in a number of things in the system. He was very influential in getting the medical school started and hugely supportive of that whole endeavor.
It's important to me to be involved in what's going on in the community because, number one, I want to improve the community. Greenville is a terrific place to live. We've got a lot of great institutions in Greenville. I've been involved with the Greenville Symphony as president. I've been on the Peace Center board.
There are many ways that, many things that a community needs in order to be healthy. One of those is arts and culture. And Jerry, through his support, and not just support, but the time and talents that he's given to the symphony over the years, including being board president in fiscal 2009-2010, has contributed to the success of this orchestra. And fulfilled that mission of bringing arts and culture to the Greenville community.
I think he would be the first to say he's been blessed throughout his days. And Jerry has a very real and genuine Christian conscience about the community. He wants to make a difference. He wants to invest in others. He wants to see the community do well. He is a remarkable guy, and if you really get to know him, there's a thoughtfulness there that is quite special.
We got to support the things that are important to all of us. Everybody has different interests and so forth. We have a lot of cultural activities in Greenville, but we also have a lot of other nonprofit human service kinds of activities. All of them are important. And I think in Greenville, we have a community that's very caring, very giving. I think all of those things are important. They improve the quality of life for all of us.
Good evening. I'm Art Johnston, President and CEO of Community Journals and publisher of the Greenville Journal, Upstate Business Journal, Town Magazine, and At Home Magazine. We are the proud sponsors of the 2013 Creative Spirit Award. This award recognizes an individual whose pro bono efforts are integral to the success of a local nonprofit. When reflecting on possible candidates, Bill really stood out. Bill's not one of those people who serve on community boards to burnish their own resumes. Bill serves to actually do things and make progress happen. He also has a great time doing it, making it rewarding for all those involved. Bill is truly a character with character. When he brings his energy into our own office, we know to prepare for laughter and good-spirited fun. Bill has been a long-time friend, both personally and professionally. So it is with great pleasure that we present this year's award to Bill Bishop of E-Media Group.
Two things in life that I was taught as a youngster: you got to love God and love people. And so we try to love people. We know we have a business to run. We try to make money at that business, but we also know that part of our challenge is to give back. I love the love that's there. There's unconditional love there. You walk in, you may be having a bad day, you walk in there and have kids come wrap their arms around your neck and tell you how much they love you. It doesn't take long. I'll take you over there in 5 minutes, you'll be hooked. When you see that Down syndrome or whatever the challenge may be, special needs, but you know, they're still a child. And again, in my opinion, created by God, and He makes no mistakes. So they're just a little bit different.
Bill's a volunteer that approaches his service to us with missionary zeal. He's enthusiastic, he's participatory, he gets down on the floor with the kids and plays with them. And then he's able to put his big boy suit on and really be a leader with our philanthropy and with our board leadership. eMedia has been a fabulous partner in every regard. They've done things from wall graphics to we did baseball cards featuring the children that are here at the Meyer Center, so they do all sorts of creative things for us.
Our whole company gets involved. Again, I'm the fortunate one to be the face, really, of eMedia Group a lot of times, but Joel, every bit as much as myself, has the same passion in his heart for the Meyer Center, for Meals on Wheels.
eMedia is a great partner, especially with our special events. We have 3 signature events that they're a loyal, dedicated team that really helps us in the fundraising. They're creative, they're innovative, and they allow us to send a message to our participants at our events that really lets us stand out.
Joel and I grew up here, so he's from one side of town, I'm from another side of town, but we love this town. And this is such a great town, but sometimes we tend to forget a mile or so off of Main Street. But just a mile off of Main Street is my Meals on Wheels route. And those Greenvillians have been here longer than we have. And it's Greenville. That's part of who we are too. I guess I don't understand if you don't do it. I don't understand how you can't see that, pick one. There's so many good needs, pick one. And be passionate about it. To us, it's like a no-brainer.
Elliott Davis is very proud to sponsor the 2013 Lifetime of Charitable Giving Award. Founded in 1925 and headquartered in Greenville, Elliott Davis is one of the largest accounting, tax, and consulting services firms in the Southeast. We are deeply committed to providing exceptional service to our clients and rewarding opportunities to our people. We are passionate about serving the community we share. The Lifetime of Charitable Giving Award is a special award voted on by a committee made up of executives representing the Community Foundation of Greenville, the Greenville Journal, and Town Magazine. This award celebrates a lifetime of service to others through individual endeavors and through overall community involvement. With an open and giving heart, this year's deserving award recipient has used his time and talents to help the homeless and to provide free medical services to those in need in our community. It is a pleasure and an honor to present the 2013 Lifetime of Charitable Giving Award to Dr. Bill Kellett.
Dr. Kellett is one of those rare people who brings his heart to his volunteering. Dr. Kellett treats people regardless of their situation, whether they're homeless and indigent, dealing with drugs or alcohol or mental health issues or any of those kinds of things that we see in the homeless population. Dr. Kellett, Bill, treats them just like they're any other person. That could be a member of his family, that could be a member of his church. Dr. Bill treats them just like he does anybody else.
A big thing about the homeless folks is relationships. That's how we help help participants. A lot of people have written them off, and Dr. Kellett has just a wonderful personality, and he's been able to connect with them and talk with them, and they know they can come with any situation and talk with him.
Dr. Bill Kellett is always very careful to say that he doesn't practice medicine here at United Ministries, and he doesn't. But he does bring his life experience as a doctor to a population of people, to a group of people who don't get regular medical care. So what he is able to offer them is advice and counsel in terms of their own health, in terms of their own needs.
Dr. Kellett has been involved with the Greenville Free Medical Clinic ever since its inception in 1987, and actually the planning even before that. He's really been one of those volunteers that has done whatever needed to be done and whatever he was asked to do, to give back to others and to spend his time here in the clinic and to see patients and not rush them through and not dismiss their concerns, but to truly and honestly care about that patient and getting that patient the care that they need. It's a remarkable thing, and we're fortunate in Greenville that we have physicians that care like this, and Dr. Kellett is certainly right up there at the front of the line and the top of the list of those who care the most and have for many, many, many years.
But for Dr. Kellett, community isn't defined by borders. Medical mission trips have allowed him to share his talent around the world. 5 trips to Africa, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Ecuador, Vietnam, always giving aid to those who need it most.
Recognition is not something he would seek. I think it's tremendous that Dr. Kellett is going to get a little spotlight for the work that he does, not for him personally, but for what it says in a larger sense to the community. It's good to love your neighbor as yourself. It teaches all of us something. He is a powerful influence for other volunteers, for the homeless participants he works with, for us as staff. He teaches all of us something very valuable, I think, and to put that in the spotlight is wonderful.